Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I guess I do have it on the same side I usually do. Welcome to a brand new episode of Rants with Dez. Happy evening, night, morning, or afternoon, Thursday through Wednesday. Got to cover all the bases, and just like always, got good old chickadee here and good old little rooster. We have current events tonight. Should be a good one. Um, Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic week. My work week is over, so tomorrow I want to work on figuring out how the hell to get other people involved on the live, meaning get other boxes on here. It'll be glorious. So after this week, hopefully, maybe Monday I'll still be like this, but by next Thursday we will actually have a panel. It's just not me lecturing you about shit. Let's be honest. Nobody wants to hear that. Um, so we have a few topics to talk about tonight. Should be a good one. Before we actually get going with that, well, I guess that's all there is to say. Keep it short to the point. Um, so during the State of the Union, I know we talked about this already, at least on one of my streams. The fact is, I don't remember what I talk about any stream. I go on Facebook, Instagram, and on here now. Um, but this one really should chap anybody's ass. Biden apologizes to Lankin's killer, not the other way around, not her family. Where at the end of the day, this is terrible. And the left, I'm pretty sure I talked about this on Monday. The sad part about this, the left, the rigmarole that actually is the left, they didn't. The fact that son of a buck was actually in this country illegally was actually Joe Biden's fault. Keeping that border wide open. Yes, people get through the border without a wall through airplanes and don't go back home. But let's be honest, more than likely, one of those people that actually walked through the border, now he's here. Joe Biden's our hero. So this douchebag does this, and the fact we know that it was actually him, the same thing should actually happen to him. Some would say, let's be honest, I'll say it because if you know a shadow of doubt that that person did that crime, in order to actually show that there's punishment for crimes like that, especially for illegals, it should be the same concept for them. I've already made that comment before. I think I already talked about this already on this live as well. I When you have three different things where you talk, it's hard to remember which ones are which. Let's be honest. Um, but the fact is, he was apologizing to the killer because he called the person an illegal, which he was. He walked through the borderline illegally. Most countries, you either get thrown in prison, get sent back home, or murdered. There is no get in a vehicle, get in like $10,000 and a cell phone, and a thing saying just be here in this dates, and a lot of them don't even get that. What is so scary is the fact that these people are getting by with this, and it's one of those doors that goes around and around and around. They go in prison for a little bit, and then they get brought back out, committing a little bit bigger crimes, a little bit bigger crimes, until it comes to murder. Thank you, Joe Biden, and yet you're still some people's favorite president right now. That tells you what kind of world we're actually living in. It's really sad. So you apologize to the killer and not the family. Lankin, I'm saying it right. I don't know her. Fact is, that's not besides the point. The point is this: we have a president that would rather apologize to a criminal than the family that the daughter was murdered by. To me, that is scary. And to the left out there, right now, that should be a wake up moment for you because you're so much more worried about the wording than the person that was killed. My next topic will be the left versus the right. That's a big part of this whole thing. Yes, I got to use my hands. What bugs me at the end of the day when it comes to this whole bull crap is the left thinks that they're in a higher card, higher standard than we are. We've never said we were better than anybody else. We just believe in morals. The left believe they are the morals. They are the standard to live by. That's a scary thing. When it comes down to morality, the left think that they actually have the upper card. I don't think they do. Born a baby to the day it's born, and even after it's actually born, that's your moral stance. Having a border wide open. I love the whole shit show that actually is the left. And tonight it's going to be about a lot of the left versus the right because there's a lot of stuff. Let's be honest, a lot of these lives when I'm by myself, um, it's that same case. Basically, every one of my topics for tonight is the left versus the right. Um, because it's just a divide, and we did not create that divide. It was the fact that the left went so far, freaking left. We got to keep going with this direction because you know what? That's what we stand for now. But we have to fight back. That's why small channels like this have to survive. Other channels, hopefully, there's many other channels like this that are out there. Um, I can't wait to get more subscribers, more people that actually believe in what we actually do on here. Yes, we are. I will try to be more of a comedy show, but the fact is, right now it's kind of tough. But at the same time, it's also tough doing it by yourself. Let's be honest. Once I get, as I said, my team, I know I have two for sure. I'm working on getting a team of six altogether. That'd be fantastic. We can rotate type of stuff that way. That way, it's not so. It is what it is type of thing. But what's so scary about this? And yes, I do like the word "scary" on here because the left brings it out there because they think they're the upper than we are. But what they believe in is less children, which means well, population in the future will be a big ass decline. Um, no guns, freedom of speech will be taken away, and a whole lot of other stuff that we all know about on this channel. Let's be honest. But what's so ridiculous about this is they think they're on the right, but there's a reason why they're on the left. They're wrong. I'm not here for it, telling you. Hopefully, you guys subscribe to the channel. Hopefully, you share this video to your leftist friends just to piss them off just a smidge, just a little bit. I don't want them to be like triggered, so they like, oh, Rants with Des got to be taken down. No, Rants with Des is fine. But with the whole Lincoln thing, not Lincoln, he was apologizing for a word, aka illegal, which he was. Not the word that he should have been apologized for, which was her last name. Hey, Joe Biden, I've apologized for a lot less going live. I really have. Maybe you should actually be able to do the same kind of concept as the President of the United States for saying the wrong last name. And undocumented is the really gayest thing you leftists have done in a while. Undocumented is so stupid because you know what? They're still illegal. And you'll still admit to it. And you said straight out that he should not have been here. You said straight out that. So let's go to the next topic at hand because at the end of the day, these are all together. Actually, let's go to number 3 first. Okay, we're going to go to this one first because we're going to talk a little bit about the State of the Union right now. because during that time, the um, the border wall should not be secured, but the White House during the State of the Union had a big ass fence around it because I guess they deserve it, but not the American people. I love that fact. It's like, what the hell are you guys really trying to prove here? What kind of point? What is so sad about this is many people don't get it. Some people are so far left or like, well, they're important. They deserve it. No, no. They put on their pants just like we do, one leg at a time. Shirts, same concept. They get a border wall, aka a fence around the White House during the State of the Union, but we can't have it on the southern border. It's hypocritical, and I love it because you know what? It shows you how important borders really are. You want to make sure there's going to be no MAGA extremists there. I tell you what, good old King of the Hill. Um, I love the fact that we have to go through this every year. And I did watch a video where basically every one of the State of the Unions were basically boom, boom, boom. Actually, it should be boom, boom, boom. I hate the cameras because they're always backwards. They're like liberals, but nicer. um, so offense for me, but not for thee. Or I think that's done right. If somebody is actually watching at this point, let me know if I was right with that. Offense for me, but not for thee. With that, I think that's right. I suck at poetry and I don't like it. It's one of the stupidest things out there. I was never a poet and I never knew it. So it is what it is. But I still love the fact that the White House got a fence. Well, just like on January 6th. But I think the fence actually for the State of the Union was actually a better one. I saw a picture of it. It's like, oh, damn. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I swear it was for the State of the Union from this past year. I don't fact check everything because you know what? I just look at scrolling. I'm not that big yet. Well, I'm still pretty big. I'm still pretty big. But at the same time, you know what I mean. At the end of the day, I look at memes and shit, and it is said from the other day, which would have been same time. So if I'm wrong, you have to let me know. But I'm guessing it's pretty accurate. See, this is fun for all of us because we all get to do our research right now. As I said, a young channel right now, I can be a smart ass all I want. So, getting done with that topic about the fence, let's go. We're going to be talking more about this in the future, just like climate change from last night. Climate change is far from over. On this page, we will be doing the research right now. As I said, I'm getting topics ready for future topics, because you're going to hear me talk about it all the time. It's only week 2 of Rants with Dez. There's a lot more you're going to hear from me for a lot of bull crap. That's what I love about these young stages of the channel. You understand where I'm coming from, and I say my piece, and then we can do some research, especially when we got haters. And I love the haters. Let's be honest. Haters are important because that make you actually become a better channel than you've ever been before. And so you haters out there are going to make this page as good as it'll ever be. So let's talk about the left versus the right, because at the end of the day, we're only going to do a few topics on this one for the night. We'll do more left versus right in the near future. Um, so the left was against border walls, but I guess for the capital, they're in State of the Union. They're for it. The right for border walls on the south side of the border where the illegals are coming in. I think there should be border walls on both sides, to be honest, because we're a country. I mean, seriously, when you own property, that's your property. Somebody walks over it, they're illegal unless you ask them to come over. I'm just being a smart ass. Let's be honest. Neighbors are always welcome. But at the same time, at the end of the day, what's funny about this whole thing is when you have countries coming over bringing illegals on illegals, bringing more drugs. drug cartels, and also sex trafficking people. I'm kind of against that. Like if somebody that owned the property is like, "What are you all doing here?" Well, Des, you said we were all cool here. What's with all the children? Sex trafficking. No, 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 no. No. You misheard me. You misheard me. I never said anything about the children. Get them out of here. Put them back to their parents. That's not cool. Uh, Figure you want to come over for a beer. That's cool. But not with the children. Get them out of here. That's freaking silly. It's like, what the hell? We live in a freaking free America, but not that free. That's not even free at all. It's like, what the bloody hell? But left versus right, once again, we believe in borders. The left doesn't. They believe everybody's welcome. The right also, now this time we're going to start with the right. We believe in policing and have a military that's actually up there, meaning they're ranked decently. The left, defund the police and have a SJW kind of military. YMCA, YMCA. Oh, by the way, you're gonna hear me singing more often on this channel. It'll be fun. I On the anniversary or close to the anniversary of the Titanic sinking, I have a song I'll be singing. You might hate it, but I don't care. I'm gonna sing it anyway. So it is what it is. So they are for like defunding the police, especially right now. And the right is more so about defending the cities that people live in. And also, the military should be actually non woke because these have to be the strongest men and women and not a bunch of its that decide, I'm no longer a dude or I'm no longer a chick or whatever the thing is. I'm just saying at the end of the day, this is a sad place we're living in. We are supposed to be the powerhouse of the world, and the world is looking at us as a laughing stock. I'm surprised Putin has not tried to take over America. Fact is, I don't hate Putin. I trust him over Zelensky. I'll be honest when I say that. I hate Zelensky. The fact that we're giving him all that money, there's a lot of red flags on that one. I think there's a lot going on between those two. I'm not for either side, but I trust Putin over Zelensky. That's just my take on the whole war over there. Comment below what are you guys' thoughts on that war. See, this is fun because now we're gonna find out how many people actually follow this far into the video. We're only at like 18, not even 18 minutes in. So there, there you go. We're trolling people. How far are you gonna actually watch into the video? No comments means nobody. It should have bed like it probably will. Let's go to talking more about the right versus left. Should we start with the left this time? Okay. Fact is, I got nothing. All I have right here is this notepad of my topics for the night, and that's usually how I roll because everything is up here, so and it goes out the mouth. Giggity. Good old Quagmire. More left versus right. Let's start with the left once again. Hmm. How about this? The fact that they want cancel culture. They want to take your freedom of speech down, and they because of the LGBTQAAIP plus, they want to make sure if you don't identify that person right, you can be thrown in prison. In certain states, I think California is one of them already, where you can be thrown in prison for, especially when you say no, that's not your gender. I think they can actually throw you in prison. Right now, I'm just doing a whole thinking thing. I swear I saw that a while back. I'm not sure how much they actually enforce it, but freedom of speech is very important. We're not talking about. See, now we're going to go to the right side. The right side. I always got to. I'll get this down eventually. The right side says freedom of speech is legit. The fact is, if you though holler fire in a movie theater, that is when it's a crime. It's called common sense. At the end of the day, when you holler fire in a movie theater, people could get trampled and killed. Their heads could be stepped on and all that stuff called common sense. But the left will always throw that whole enchilada into the freedom of speech. Unless there's a fire, it's not hate crime to say fire if there's a fire. But if there isn't a fire, still not a hate crime. It's still a crime though, because you're putting people's lives on the line. There's a difference. So we got freedom of speech taken care of. I, I'm enjoying this. I know I said like 100 times already, but nobody's here watching right now. Nobody's actually commenting. So I'm actually got just have the free thing of it. Like later on when we actually have people watching, I'll have to be careful what I say. You know what I'm saying? Okay. There's so many more things. Left versus right. Top of the head. Top of the head. Oh, how about this? The left calls the right basically Nazis, when in reality the left are actually really the fascists out there. We're gonna compare this to the whole Trump derangement syndrome right now because it's perfect. We're gonna end this part of the topic right now because we got one more to talk about after this. Um, the one that I really want to talk about. So the left wants to call basically Trumpers out there Nazis and racists and fascists and all the crap that they, because they're such bad people. The one that actually support the Donald, right up here. I do love this fact. They got nothing to back it. Trump, prior to being running for president, he was outstanding. The left loved him. The left wanted to actually be around him. Hell, rappers and singers actually praised him. They actually made songs about Donald Trump. Well, not about him, but he was actually in a lot of the songs. Snoop Dogg now endorses Trump. Good for Snoop Dogg. I'm proud of you, brother. I didn't like you when you freaking had that freaking gun to his head in that one video when he was a president. But the fact is that you're willing to endorse him now, you know, bygones be bygones. We need as much as we can get for actually getting Trump actually back in office. And your whole thing right there is huge. Huge. I don't say it. It's huge. When when the dog when the Snoop Dogg said, "Okay, Trump, you're okay now," that's when I was like, "Okay." Was never expecting that because I had watched Old School, and you were coming up on that song part. I'm like, I hate this guy, but now you endorse him again, or again, but you endorse him. Props to you. But now let's go to the whole rigmarole that is the left right now that hate Trump so damn much. Your hatred, it's been a gift for Trump. The fact is, people are waking up left and right. We're and people are realizing we're not Nazis, we're not fascists. We are actually just the opposite. The people that are actually on Trump's side, unless you're talking about the extreme people that are, because there are extreme people on both sides. They are a different story. Like first and foremost, I've said down here, on here I've seen it said it a few times already. On my other channels, I've said it 100 times already. I don't worship Trump. I worship God. I thank God He gave us Trump. And with that said and done, that's how I feel about it. And if Trump would ever call me, "Hey Dez, you asshat," I'll be like, "Thank you, Mr. President. Can I have some more?" Because you know what? That's how much respect I have for this guy. Because what he did for that 3 years, because the last year was the China virus, what he did for this country, the fact that anybody's not willing to actually do the same kind of concept as I just said right there. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Trump. Can I have some more? Is a shame. And what Joe Biden has done for the last 4 years, three and a half, going on to 4 years now, is a shame. But yet, being that he's not Trump, we'll be talking more about the whole bullshit that actually is the Biden scandal crap that's going on in the near future as well. But let's continue on with the right versus the left on this one. The right, we laugh at the left that they hate us so much because we know we're not Nazis. We know we're not basically Hitler. We know we're not white supremacists either. We know we're not freaking any of that crap that they're throwing at us. we're laughing our asses off because they're like, "Are you listening to this shit over here that they're saying? Oh, listen to the shit they're saying on the left. Wake up, America. When the hell are you going to wake up? Because there's going to come a point where the people that are on the right side of history, we're going to say enough's enough and we won't have your back anymore. And that's the truth. We will, right now, we will still fight and die for you. But if you keep pushing your agenda that you're pushing right now, the people that are for Trump, the people that are for freedom, we'll be at that point where, like, well, you reap what you sow, and you decided to go this direction. Sorry, sweetheart. We can't defend you anymore because the right versus the left is so far divided. And a lot of people, oh, I go to plenty of areas where they, oh, it's not that divided. I'm like, thinking to myself, do you watch much? Yes, small areas, it's not. But the extremes, I'm talking about not even extreme, I'm talking about major cities where you see the crime rate, you're seeing all the crap that's going down. It's coming to a city near you if you're in a small community like I am. I'm lucky to live in a small town. The fact is this: if we don't wake up, like the defunding the police in like a lot of the major cities throughout the whole country, the fact that that's actually not talked about more, it's kind of scary. Maybe that would be a topic for Monday, or maybe, uh, as I said, I plan on doing the whole thing about trying to get the features on so I can get other people on here. As I said, I don't know squat about this yet. I'm just having fun with going live with myself for this point right now. Um, so it is what it is. But next week I want to get more people on here so we can actually have a conversation, not just me mumbling and bumbling. I'm gonna bring on Chickadee before we go on to the main event. Bring on a little Instagram with YouTube. Mwah. Good old Chickadee, and don't forget about a rooster. There we go. So the main event tonight is this. Yes, we have 4 topics for tonight. 4. So this happened last night on Hannity. So you can take it with a grain of salt. The fact is, I'm just reporting because I actually saw it with my own 2 eyes. My own 2 eyes. They're right here. So, explosive report alleges January 6th committee deleted records and hid evidence. Some reason I believe that actually. And if that's the case, if they blue proof 100%, yeah, blue floof. Proof without a shadow of a doubt that actually happened, every last one of those committee members should be thrown in prison. Because this should scare every last individual in America. It doesn't matter if you're left or right. Because if you don't fit their agenda, they're come after you. This right here is just about Trump. Because Trump's got power. Trump's got the money. But at the end of the day, what this actually is them showing authority over something that they shouldn't actually have authority over. Once again, January 6th was this. Trump said, go peacefully, patriotically at the White House and, just march. Nothing crazy, which they didn't. Yes, stupid shit actually happens. And I guess there was a couple incidents. But those people should be prosecuted. I mean, that guy freaking walking out with Nancy Pelosi's little thing. What's it called? Well, you know what thing. I'm Joe Biden. You know the thing. Um, that was funny, especially when it was on a picture. That was fantastic. Her not patio. Well, I'm done talking about that. But majority of those people that were prosecuted did nothing, and these asshats, the January 6th committee, every last one of them should be thrown in prison until their date of trial actually happens, because they knew what they were doing. They knew it was wrong. And they thought, all right, we got Trump now. We got Trump. They went on prime time because that's when they wanted the people to watch. But at the end of the day, they got Buckus. I love this fact because at the end of the day, we know what's going to happen. For these jerks that actually were part of that committee are probably going to be nothing. But if we get Trump back in office one more time, it'll be glorious. I was a lot more vocal last night on the Facebook one, but on this platform, I want to be calming it down a little bit, especially being I'm brand new. But I'm pissed. Every one of these January 6th people that were part of the committee should be prosecuted to the fullest, stay in prison until their trial is actually up and ready, because these guys are criminals. When they delete and destroy evidence or hide evidence, that right there is contempt. First off, there was nothing there. Trump, all you had to do was listen to what he actually had to say. He never said, go pillage, listen, Patriots, go pillage the White House. Go take it down, take Nancy Pelosi's stuff. Go take a PP and a lot of other stuff too as well. He never said anything that. All he said was go peacefully protest. Just think about that. This committee should be taken down and should be thrown in prison, because what's so scary about this is if they don't, imagine what they could do in the near future. And I'm not talking about near, I'm talking about right now. If they don't like you, they could actually put you under trial. You did nothing wrong, but the fact that you are against them because of your politics, they could take you down. That is why this is so important. This is why we need to focus on all this stuff. Because if you don't, you will fall for everything. And that's what I feel is so important here. The fact that this actually happened and it was actually on Hannity. I would have usually never taken it with a grain of salt. But I was watching the video before we went live last night on Facebook. Last night, that was my main event. Tonight, this is mine. Because this is the end of our constitutional republic, if this can actually happen. They're willing to take you down because they don't agree with you. If Trump loses in November, it's over for America. There will never be an election again. It'll be the NWO. So I am glad that I was able to see that. First off, we know that January 6th bull crap was bull crap. But it was nice, actually, that the fact that people were starting to wake up. People are starting to actually tell important people the whole enchilada. Because we need to wake up before it's too late. In November, it might be too late. This channel might be a very short-lived channel. Hell, either way, I got the computer for free. A lot of hours, but at the same time, I still got it free. Oh man, I guess I could do other kind of stuff then. If I can't do my politics, I'll do other stuff. Because freedom of speech will be gone, and I'll have to do like those stupid dancing videos that nobody wants to watch. I hate every last one of them. I don't give a shit how hot the lady is. Like, really, another one of these? The China virus was the worst time in America history, and we've had some bad times in America history. Okay, I'm gonna say that the China virus was the worst time in modern history because of technology. Because technically, 9/11 is not modern history anymore. They're teaching that actually in schools as history, so that's actually history ready. This time period where you can actually see everything online, that is what I'm talking about. 9/11 was terrible. Slavery was terrible. Civil War, same concept. The Revolutionary War, yeah. You know what I mean. I mean, since the last whatever, the dancing nurses, the dancing teachers, the true heroes, the teachers, of course. Oh, I'll be talking about the teachers, of course, in the future. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. It's a brand new channel, brand new Des Rant or Rants with Des. That's what I love about this channel. I think I'm closing this one out for tonight. I If I can get everything figured out tomorrow afternoon, I might do a shorts with my buddy North. I haven't talked to him yet, but I was thinking maybe do a check 1 2 1 2 3 type of thing with him. If not tomorrow night, then maybe over the weekend. Saturday I'm pretty busy. Sunday I'm open book pretty much. Um, I won't be doing a shorts on here except for maybe possibly on Sunday when we get whatever we need to get for the damn boxes. As I said, I still suck at this. So I think I'm gonna close her off here for the night. Once again, left's bad. Actually, not all of them are bad. I mean, yeah, they're pretty. Most of them are. Let's be honest. But at the end of the day, I just wish everybody would actually use common sense, but a lot of times they don't anymore. When you're willing to abort a baby the day the baby is born, that right there is scary as hell. As I said, there's a lot more to talk about left versus right, but tonight I was only doing a few of the topic points. It's a young channel, we have a lot to talk about. Once again, I love you guys, and I do appreciate you guys. Till next time, I'm not sure if I'll do any. Maybe I'll do a short tomorrow afternoon if I get the whole block thing figure out how to do that. But like always, happy holidays. 'Cause holidays are not just during the Christmas season where the left wants it to be. Hey, left, that's for you. But for everybody else, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Till next time, peace and happy holidays. Now I look like a dumbass for a few seconds while I get the end of the stream. Do 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 do.